So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to go over new information regarding next gen and the PlayStation 5, from new details about the next Ratchet & Clank to analysts stating how PS5 will sell a lot more than the Series X, to next gen games bringing detail to life along with more visceral experiences, and also this supposed production image of the PlayStation 5. First, let me know who you think will sell more next gen, the PS5 or the Xbox Series X, considering Microsoft is trying to make a comeback and bring the games this July along with the power of the console. Will it stack up to the PlayStation 5 and the speed of the console and the games we usually get from Sony? I'm really curious to see how all of this turns out, so comment below who you think will sell more next gen, the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X. Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the first story of the video, the new Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart details. Considering I have a good chunk to cover in this video, I won't go over each detail and give my thoughts on each point like I usually do. I'll just give a general opinion because it also contains details mentioned for other PlayStation 5 exclusive games. So let's dive into the details. Ratchet & Clank A Rift Apart is built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5. The story focuses on an arch nemesis of Ratchet who accidentally damages the fabric of space-time, causing these rifts everywhere that we've seen in the trailer. Thanks to the PlayStation 5, there is just more going on in the world, more objects, enemies, etc. to make the world feel more real. There will also be no loading screens, which we've heard before. The DualSense controller will also give you tactile feedback when using the guns in the games. The example they provided was being able to feel 2 levels when pulling the trigger for a double barrel shotgun-like weapon. So pulling a bit fires 1 barrel and pulling all the way fires 2. And the key thing here is that you'll feel the 2 levels. You'll feel the difference here. You'll feel the resistance of 1 level to 2 levels when shooting that double barrel like shotgun. The game will also bring 3D audio. They state it's a fundamental difference from listening to a TV set to going into the middle of a forest. So basically a huge jump in audio with the PlayStation 5. All of these details are very exciting for a game I already planned on getting, so I'm looking forward to when Ratchet & Clank A Rift Apart drops, hopefully next year. I'm hoping for 2021 for this game. But now diving into the second story of the video, how the PS5 will bring detail to life in future games. One of my personal biggest things that I've mentioned before on this channel with what I consider next gen is more interactivity with the world, not necessarily just better visuals. There's also the matter of just having a more lively world, and that more is just going on screen, like wind blowing, busy streets, things along those lines. Electronic Arts executive Laura Mealy, hopefully I said that last name correctly, Laura, recently sat down with website Games Industry and had a discussion about next-gen games and how they'll feel, and she stated the following. Historically, console transitions have been punctuated by increased graphic fidelity, and that hasn't changed. This next generation of games will certainly take a visual leap, but we are also taking advantage of the extra memory and CPU cycles to bring a lot more detail to life. As an example, in Madden, we will be using the NFL's next-gen stats, so every athlete in the game will play how they do in real life, with the data being updated in real time. Fans in the stadium will be unique people responding to the action on the field. Deferred rendering allows us to use colors and lights in more dynamic ways, and dynamic weather systems will impact the athletes, their equipment, and the playing field. Games are going to feel different, better, and more visceral. So this has been an ongoing discussion with next gen, focusing less on the visuals, even though they will still bring a leap over the current generation, and focusing more on how generally more life will be injected into all of these games, which I'm all for, as you guys know. There are multiple ways to perfect immersion outside of just visual enhancements. But you guys let me know if you care more about visual upgrades the most, or do you want those other enhancements to things like AI, interactivity, world density, etc. Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the third story of the video, this supposed leaked PS5 factory image. I'm hearing this is actually a legitimate image, which is not unbelievable. We knew this machine was going to be sizable, but apparently a verified user on Reset Era confirmed it's real, and verified users on Reset reset era usually have to provide legitimate information and are people who are actually a part of the video game industry. In response to the image being posted and others asking for more information to its legitimacy, reset era user FFMUZ stated the following: "There is no more context to be provided. It's real. Does the term internal communications not mean anything to anyone? It's not really complicated." Basically, people were in disbelief that a factory image of the PlayStation 5 would just leak, but this isn't a crazy thought. In the smartphone world, phone designs and basically everything about every new phone gets leaked months ahead of time. And for the PlayStation 5, Sony knew they had to show it off at the PlayStation 5 reveal because they knew the design would leak because production was kicking up. So basically, this could be the PlayStation 5. I could believe this could be the PlayStation 5 and its size. In terms of the console itself, either the guys are really short or the PlayStation 5 is just that big. Regardless, thanks to its larger size and upgraded cooling, I don't care how big it is. I've already made a spot for it in my current TV setup. But you guys let me know if you've made a spot for your PlayStation 5 already, knowing that it will be a big console. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the final story of the video, PS5 outselling the Xbox Series X by a significant amount. The PS4 pretty much took over this generation thanks to its starting price being cheaper than the Xbox One, along with a top-tier class of games to go along with it, and of course the lack of heavy DRM rules at the start as well. But this time around, Microsoft has brought a better game plan. While they did have a hiccup with their initial reveal of games, they've been handling their marketing pretty well. But according to Ampere Analysis Research Director for Games, Piers Harding Rolls, the PS5 will significantly outsell the Xbox Series X. Reading from the Den of Geek, the full analytical report argues that the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X sales figures will be relatively close upon their initial release. Specifically, Rolls believes that the PlayStation 5 will sell about 4.6 million PlayStation 5s in 2020, while Microsoft is projected to move about 3.3 million Xbox Series X units. However, the gap between those projected sales figures grows substantially larger as time goes on. By 2022, Rolls estimates that Sony will sell 33 million PlayStation 5s compared to just 21 million Xbox Series X sold, and by 2024, he believes Sony will have sold 66 million PlayStation 5 units, while Microsoft will only have sold 37 million units. So in 4 years, he puts the PlayStation 5 basically at a 2-to-1 ratio compared to the Xbox Series X in terms of sales, which is a big jump. I wouldn't be shocked if this is the case if Sony keeps bringing in those big exclusives. But again, who's to say Xbox won't have amazing games next generation as well? I guess we'll see. You guys let me know if you think Microsoft will bring the games in July. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button as it always helps. And subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now, I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with a few months to go, because we're basically almost in July and the consoles will most likely release in November, so we're not far off from the release. If you're excited like I am, destroy the comment section with a few months to go, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.